NBA God-level talent, Lin Mo's rise to basketball immortality. Episode 31, Los Angeles, inside the Staples Center Training Center. In an earlier game, Kobe Bryant, who had returned from injury, led the Lakers to an 87-72 victory over the Warriors. In the whole game, Kobe Bryant shot 7 of 12, scored a team-high 21 points, and performed very bravely. The outside world's attention is also increasing, from the Big Shark O'Neal to the rising Lakers' second boss. Kobe's potential, fighting spirit and competitive spirit let people see Michael Jordan's shadow. Obviously, Kobe Bryant is also trying to prove himself, and even wants to snatch the Lakers' scepter from O'Neal and ascend to the throne. At the moment, seeing the overwhelming reports about Lin Mo, this hot young man, the limelight has overwhelmed many of the league's top superstars, which makes Kobe Bryant feel very unhappy. At the same time, he also wanted to compete against Lin Mo as soon as possible. Kobe Bryant and Jordan are probably the two best victorious people in the history of the league, and they will never accept defeat. This guy seems to be very powerful, huh? However, if you are right with me, I will blow him up. Unfortunately, to meet this guy, the schedule is still far away. I hope he can continue this hot state when the time comes, not a flash in the pan. For Kobe, he likes to challenge the strong. The stronger the opponent, the more he can inspire his will to fight. If Lin Mo can't continue to perform strongly in the next game, Kobe Bryant will feel very bored. In Cleveland's training gym, James is also stepping up training. As the chosen son of the United States sports world, James is regarded as the facade of the future league. In the first game of his career, James played remarkably, but at the back, it seems to hit the rookie wall, and yesterday, the Cavaliers defeated the Blazers 85-104. James only shot 3 of 12 from the field and had dismal numbers of 8 points and 6 assists. Compared with Lin Mo's 2 consecutive 40-plus Super God performances, it is simply a world of difference. No one doubts whether James can become a superstar in the future, but from the current immediate combat strength, he is still too far from Lin Mo. Even worse than the Nuggets' Cameron Anthony and the Heat's Devin Wade, the two of them seem to have a tendency to become the team's thigh. It made James feel stressed. At the same time, in the NBA's official release of the best rookie list, Lin Mo is also pushing Cameron Anthony and ranking first. 2 Super God performances are enough to prove Lin Mo's ability. As long as the performance behind is not too stretched, the honor of the best rookie is simply as stable as an old dog. Late at night, in a Michelin-starred restaurant in New York, Lin Mo was having dinner with Scarlett Johansson. According to Scarlett Johansson's agreement with Lin Mo, as long as he can win this game, she will date Lin Mo. Obviously, Lin Mo's performance in this game is almost perfect, and the widow sister will definitely keep her promise. You're really good at playing. Do you have time to teach me? Scarlett Johansson inserted a piece of fruit and said as she ate, "Okay. I can teach you, and then the two of us go head to head, and I'll cover you to doubt life." Lin Mo showed a straight man's smile and quipped, "You're also too confused, but I want to go to your house to play basketball and I don't want to show my face outside. So, you have to have a villa first." With Lin Mo's current annual salary of $600,000 US knife, even if the tax is deducted, a season has passed, and it is not a problem to buy a top mansion in New York. What's more, with Lin Mo's hot performance, there are too many companies staring at Lin Mo who want to cooperate with him with sneakers. The two giants Adidas, Nike, as well as Puma, Converse, and even Shenzhou's Li Ning, 361, Step, etc., are already brewing cooperation plans and discussing specific contract terms for cooperation with Lin Mo. Of course, Lin Mo only played 2 games, and there was certainly no shoe dealer who chose this time to give Lin Mo a high price. If you can take the first step, the chance of getting Lin Mo is naturally high. Conversely, the risks are also high. What if Lin Mo just ate a few dumplings? If the water falls behind, their losses will be immeasurable. Although the talent shown by Lin Mo is not under LeBron James at all, these shoe dealers still have a wait-and-see attitude towards this divine player. It must be said that it is too difficult for the Shenzhou players to eat in the United States. For example, Dayo, when he first entered the league, he was ridiculed by Barkley and others. Fortunately, Dayo played a relatively strong performance later, and even almost won the best rookie. Even if Lin Mo started so hotly and bravely, broke countless records, and surpassed countless ancient god beasts, he would still suffer a lot of doubts. Lin Mo scored a lot, and many fans questioned Lin Mo's defense and questioned his omnipotence. There are also people who compare the defense of the peak Jordan and Peyton with Lin Mo, and that Garnett is more all-powerful than Lin Mo. In fact, compared with these superstars who have achieved fame, Lin Mo is already an invisible recognition of him. When I actually buy a villa, I want to invite you to do something else, not just play basketball. Lin Mo drank a glass of red wine, picked up his eyebrows, and opened Scarlett Johansson. Episode 32. The culture of the United States is very open. In the face of Lin Mo's prodding, Scarlett Johansson did not have any shyness, but turned on the old driver attributes. Really? What else do you want to do? It can be said that there is no need to be so secretive. As the widow spoke, she secretly stretched out her long legs, and her toes gently stepped on Lin Mo's upper. That gentle force made Lin Mo feel soft for a while, which was really refreshing. I have to say that this enthusiasm and original wild charm of the ocean horse can indeed make people's blood spurt. What's more, Scarlett Johansson is a top goddess, and Lin Mo said that it is really difficult to resist. After Scarlett Johansson and Lin Mo had dinner, she was hurriedly picked up by her assistant at New York International Airport and prepared to fly to Los Angeles to shoot a scene. For at least a month, she would stay in Hollywood. However, she added Lin Mo's phone, and the two would keep in touch at any time. Socializing with women in the United States made Lin Mo feel very relaxed. Although it is not explicitly stated, the two people have now basically established a relationship. One is a male goddess, the other is a goddess, attracting each other together. It is as simple as that. Ding. The condition for the host to unlock the next god-level talent, 10 consecutive wins. Subsequently, the system released the task. As long as Lin Mo wins 10 consecutive victories, he can unlock the next god-level talent. At present, in terms of offense, Lin Mo is basically insoluble, but there is still a lack of defense and a slight lack of experience. At the same time, organizing offense tandem teammates also requires great improvement. Therefore, although Lin Mo already has the ability of the top superstar of the alliance, there is still a lot of room for improvement. Naturally, he will also strive to win 10 consecutive victories and unlock the next talent. Next, the Knicks will continue to visit Toronto and Washington to face the Raptors and Wizards. Both teams are standard fish belly, and the Lotto team is completely unmatched by the imposing Knicks. However, the Nets' #1 star Vincat, along with Kobe, Iverson, Maddie, and called the existence of the 4 major scoring guards. In his confrontation with Lin Mo, the two were in the first half of the explosion, with Kate cutting 16 points and Lin Mo cutting 22 points. But in the second half, Lin Mo used his full strength to defend, fiercely pressing, causing Kate to make successive mistakes. Under the defense of Lin Mo's DPOY level, Kate's hand quickly cooled down, and he delivered 4 of 13 shots in the second half, scoring only 10 points. In the end, Kate shot 11 of 27 and scored 27 points. Lin Mo shot 19 out of 31 and scored 45 points to win in the North. As for the Wizards, after Michael Jordan retired in his twilight years, Gilbert Arenas became the team's top card. The physically sizable little scorer was a big guy who could score 60 points on Kobe's head a few years later. After being traded to the Wizards this year, the play is also very hot. He averaged 22.4 points per game in the first 3 games, ranking 11th on the scoring list. In this match against Lin Mo, Arenas was strong when he met strong, and he completely exploded, shooting 16 of 29 from the field and bombarding 35 points. However, Lin Mo played a super quasi-triple-double of 44 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists, still beating Arenas. The Knicks won 119-101 to win 4 straight games. In the next game, the Knicks will still play away from home, and they are about to have a blockbuster opponent, the Houston Rockets. The reason why we say heavy opponents is not because of how strong the Rocket is. They are only on the edge of the playoffs in the powerful West, and currently have a record of 2 wins and 3 losses. Speaking of heavyweight, it is because Lin Mo and the Rocket have a lot of grudges. For fans, watching the game is not just watching the players play each other on the field. Historical roots, old grudges, and other gimmicks are part of the game and one of the fans' concerns. Before the start of the season, after the hard advice of Dayo, the Rocket boss directly smashed a 1-year $700,000 super contract of the US Knife, wanted to sign Lin Mo, and planned to form a Shenzhou combination inside and outside. However, Lin Mo chose the metropolis of New York, which eventually made the Rockets' plan a futile. Therefore, the entire Rocket team, except for Diao, was hostile to Lin Mo. In addition, the Shenzhou derby between Diao and Lin Mo is also a gimmick that can be hyped up. One is the 2002 draft, and the other is a monster and superstar with explosive talent. 2 Shenzhou players shine on the stage of the NBA and of course attract countless attention. On the Shenzhou side, this game is even more important to report. Before the start of the game, Zhongli went to Houston with Su Qiao and came to the Toyota Center Arena to prepare for the live commentary, which shows the importance of this game. After all, the distant Shenzhou, but there are tens of millions of fans, are waiting for this battle of glory of the Shenzhou players. Episode 33, Toyota Center Arena. Filled with fans, from time to time, there was a loud boo. And the focus of this boo is undoubtedly Lin Mo, who warmed up on the field. Originally, Lin Mo could get a big contract with an annual salary of $700,000 US Knives, join the Rockets team, and become the king of Houston. But he went sideways and chose the New York Knicks with a lower offer. For Rockets fans, the more fiery Lin Mo's performance, the more ashamed they are. As everyone knows, although the Rocket fans are average, it is not the reason why Lin Mo rejected the Rocket at all. The The fans don't think so. They will think that Lin Mo abandoned them and will greet him with the greatest hostility. How much they loved Diao, how much they hated Lin Mo. The treatment of two Shenzhou players at the Toyota Center Sports Arena is very different. Rocket boss Alexander also came to the sidelines to watch the game in person. In such a business field and Vanity Fair as the NBA, it is normal for Lin Mo to reject the Rockets. But Pressure Mountain really held his breath in his heart, wanting to see the team at home and end this winning streak. You can see that this game is full of gunpowder, and the collision between the two teams will definitely be very exciting. Yes, Lin Mo rejected the Rockets' offer not long ago, and now he has become the hottest superstar in the league, and back at home to the Rockets, the fans will definitely give him the strongest boost to see if he can withstand the pressure and continue his magical performance of 40+. A rookie, the first 4 games of his career, all 40+, what a horrible scoring record. Even Chamberlain, the bug in the scoring record world, did not achieve such an achievement. Undoubtedly, everyone hopes that this record can be continued. Zhongli and Su Skirt of CV5 also came to the scene to explain, feeling the atmosphere in all directions, and both people were also very excited. Hello friends in the audience, today's game is guided by me and Zhang Lizhang, and the scene is for everyone to explain. Now the whole arena is full of hostility and boos, presumably the pressure on Lin Mo in this game will be very large. Su Skirt said solemnly. Zhongli smiled dumbly. Yes, Lin Mo refused the Rocket, which made the fans have a lot of opinions. If he joins the Rockets this summer, it won't be the Knicks who will now have 4 straight wins. Let's see, under this pressure, can Lin Mo withstand it? At this time on the court, Rocket boss Steve Francis, while warming up shooting, talked to Dayo. Yao, isn't this guy crazy? Why reject us? Diao smiled. Maybe you have a crush on the big ball market of the New York Knicks? With his ability, the money he made in New York was definitely far more than the difference between the 100W American knife. Francis snorted coldly. Yes, but I will blow him up in this game. Boss Fold is also a defender of talent explosion. Although he and Lin Mo are not directly opposed, the two will definitely have a confrontation in the game. And Francis also intends to take the initiative to challenge or defend Lin Mo by name in the game. Diao smiled bitterly like an emoji. In this case, then I can only stand on the neutral side. I don't want you to win, and I don't want Lin Mo to win. Before the start of the game, Lin Mo was interviewed by TNT reporters. You turned down the Rockets this summer, so the fans were upset, and a lot of voices from the outside questioned your average defensive ability, not versatile enough. What are your thoughts on this? Lin Mo smiled calmly. General defensive ability? Not versatile enough? Okay, then I'll be a little more all-powerful today. Then tell me, what is the standard of omnipotence? The beautiful reporter frowned and thought, probably 20 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals? Lin Moby made a gesture. Well, this is a bet I made with you TNT. If I get such data, even if it is omnipotent, then I will be all-powerful. Francis was also interviewed. Lin Mo played greatly, but he refused to join us, and we must show our toughness and win this game. We will win 20 points. Francis's response clearly ignited the emotions of the home fans. The team boss has spoken like this, which is really morale. With the referee blowing the whistle, the starters of both teams entered and prepared to jump the ball and the game officially began. Lin Mo also took the initiative to go forward and hug Dayo. Gameplay factors aside, the fact that 2 Shenzhou players can start on the NBA stage is a historic moment in itself. Both men are the glory of the divine state. Come on, don't be ruthless, put on the best form of play. Dayo encouraged. You too, our inside line is not weak. Lin Mo also patted Dayo's shoulder. On the Knicks starting lineup, it is still the same old routine. The starting lineup on the Rockets side uses 2 big and 3 small lineups, Steve Francis, plus Katino Mobley, plus Jim Jackson, plus Kevin Cato, plus Dayo. Episode 34. Rockets head coach Jeff Van Gundy is a defensive coach. Therefore, the Rockets' defensive efficiency has always been at the forefront of the league. But there is a lack of firepower in the offense, and there is no super scorer. Francis's attack power is good, but it is not at the top level. In the past 5 games, the Rockets have only averaged 90.6 points per game. Under the leadership of the crazy output of Lin Mo, the Knicks ranked first in the league with a horror scoring efficiency of more than 108 points per game. Another battle between Spears and Shields. Van Gundy Jr. has been using 2 big 3 small tactics this season, and Jim Jackson, who is in the 3rd position, is actually only 1.98 meters tall, and Katino Mobley, who came to defend Lin Mo, was only 1.93 meters tall. Whether it is in terms of height, arm span, athletic ability, or skill, it is almost completely surrounded by Lin Mo. This is undoubtedly the biggest hidden danger of Rockets. Even Bruce Bowen's kind of evil man who hugged, stomped his feet, and locked his throat as a regular trick was blown up by Lin Mo. And Katino Mobley was of course a little worried. Both center forwards jump the ball. Uncle Moo's arm span has an advantage, but his height is still a little worse than that of Dayo, plus he really can't jump, and the ball is dialed by Dayo to Francis. The Rocket attacked first, and Francis continuously changed direction under his crotch, jumped to a high position and hoisted the ball to Dayao. Dayao bent down and sat down to beat Uncle Mo. I have to say that the strength of the Brown Island Mountain is indeed strong, and the slightly immature Yao is completely unable to resist under Uncle Moo's full defense. However, Dayo's offensive skills and footsteps are very good. One turns and wipes under the basket, playing a small throw on the board. Dayao is too tall, even if his arms are short, but he can complete the dunk with a slight jump. This shot is also very casual, but it was caught by Mutombo, and the big hat nailed the board. The ball bounced out, and Dayao took it in his hand again, separating Uncle Moo from behind. After scoring this goal, Dayao also roared fiercely, waved his arm, and completely let out a vicious breath. The emotions of the Rockets fans were mobilized and exploded. On the Knicks side, Marbury attacked with the ball, and just hoisted the ball to Lin Mo, and the boos roared like lightning and thunder. If you change to a player with weak psychological quality, in the face of such terrible hostility, I am afraid that my legs will be weak. But Lin Mo dribbled the ball with one hand, facing Coutinho Mowbray's defense, and put his hand on his ear, imitating the classic action of Allen Iverson. The difference is that Iverson wants to hear the cheers of the fans. Lin Mo put his hand on his ear to hear the boos of the Rockets fans. This is obviously also a great provocation. The result of this provocation was an even more violent booing. Lin Mo topped Coutinho Mowbray 3 times in a row, directly from the three-point line to near the penalty area, turned around and jumped directly to the basket, but hit a high wall. Dayao was really too tall, nearly 30 centimeters ahead of Lin Mo, like a hill in front of him. But Lin Mo did not hesitate in the slightest, took off in the air, and faced Dayo's cover, smashing his arms and hitting the target. After the buckle, Lin Mo also patted Dayo's ass and ran to the front court to defend. While running, Lin Mo waved his arms, signaling the fans to boo a little wilder, a little too gentle. But, after Lin Mo's heavy buckle across the big Yao, the momentum of the Rockets fans was obviously much weaker. Away silencer. With his strong performance, Lin Mo made the away fans shut up. Back on the Rockets offense, Francis broke through Marbury's defense with a block and burst into the basket. Dayao was dead in the way of Uncle Moo, and there was an empty space under the basket. Francis, who is only 1.91 meters tall, bounces very explosively. Faced with an empty basket, he stepped directly on the missile and took off in an attempt to bomb the basket. Boo! At this moment, Lin Mo took off from behind at the same time, accurately intercepted, and his large hand directly covered the ball, holding Francis with the ball in his arms. Shocking caps. Francis was flipped to the ground by the hat. Lin Mo held the ball to push the fast attack, one step to shake off the defensive Coutinho Mowbray, and the flat basket flying buckle on the free throw line. This is the first time in NBA history that someone has done a dunk with their feet on the free throw line in actual combat. And, just stepping on the edge of the free throw line, bouncing explosion. If Lin Mo's strong performance has just been made, there are some Rocket fans who are unconvinced and booing provocatively. Then now Lin Mo's flying basket is completely sinking the Rocket. The away fans held their heads in their hands one by one, and their eyes were full of panic and despair. What Lin Mo likes to see most is the way you disobey me, but you can't kill me. Now Rockets fans are in that state. I wanted to boo Lin Mo to death, but in the face of Lin Mo's horrific performance, I really didn't have the face to boo him anymore. Wow. In the face of the boos of the Rockets fans, Lin Mo completely broke away. Really a terrible guy. The more pressure he became. I saw Michael Jordan's shadow in him, and his fighting spirit was not under Michael at all. It seems that there is another terrible big lord in the alliance. No. He's not the next Michael Jordan, he's Lin Mo, perhaps a more terrifying being than the basketball god Michael Jordan. Episode 35. Lin Mo vs Dayao. The two Shenzhou players have become the hottest performers on the NBA court, and Lin Mo's talent and ability are obviously much more than Dayao, which can be seen by clear-eyed people. Lin Mo's dunk today is really enjoyable. I hope he can still bring us a strong performance later, and I also hope that Dayao can fight for breath and not lose to Lin Mo too much. Zhongli was very excited. As a former national player, seeing Shenzhou players running rampant in the NBA, the excitement is obviously indescribable. The next few attacks, both sides basically ended with a fight of iron. The Rockets' defensive intensity is very large, except for Lin Mo. The other players of the Knicks are basically difficult to get points, and the efficiency is extremely low. The Rocket side also relied on Dayao and ate 2 goals on the inside. Francis, the team's top scorer, was cut off by Lin Mo, a little scared, and his efficiency was greatly reduced, and he only got 1 point by relying on free throws. The Rockets attacked. Francis was a little on the head, began to play nonsense, forced to hit the basket, missed. Dayao stretched out his arms and competed for rebounds, but Lin Mo took off from behind him, as if he had cultivated the ladder cloud vertical, and soared into the sky, and he could still rise inches in the air. The speed and height of the bounce were extremely terrifying, and Xingxing took the rebound from the top of Dayo's head. Lin Mo himself held the ball to the front, and before Martino Mowbray could stand firm, He raised his hand to shoot an unreasonable three-pointer in the face. The basketball shoots through the net without suspense, as familiar as drilling into his wife's bed. Defensively, Steve, you defend that guy. Van Gundy stood on the sidelines, growling loudly, a little unable to sit still, shouting for Francis to change the defense of Lin Mo. Although Francis is more disadvantaged in height, he is much more athletic than Coutinho Mowbray. Under the latter's defense, Lin Mo has already shot 3 of 3, replaced by Francis to defend. Is there a worse situation than 100% shooting? On the Rockets' side, Kevin Cato's layup was found off by Mutombo. Uncle Mu began his trademark finger shaking again. Although the back of the cap king Serge Ibaka also imitated Uncle Mu shaking his fingers, but on the classic and the original, naturally Mutombo corrected the authentic. Lin Mo was in the midst of thousands of troops, with a super bounce to win the rebound, and attacked the front court. Francis wrapped almost entirely around Lin Mo, not giving him any room to break through. What everyone did not expect was that Lin Mo had no intention of breaking through at all. After a super fast pace acceleration, one step throws off the space. But Lin Mo did not rush to play, but a large crotch change of direction, pulled his body back, retreated beyond the three-point line, and shot a three-pointer head-on. The familiar sound of brushing nets sounded again, very crisp. Although Lin Mo didn't like the small ball storm, he had to admit that the three-pointer was really fragrant. 13:6. After the ball was scored, the Knicks hit the Rockets for a small blast of high pitches in the opening 5 minutes. With Lin Mo's fiery performance of scoring 10 points, he completely defeated the Rocket. As a last resort, little Van Gundy could only shout a pause and make adjustments. Bag clip. Bag clip. Clip the guy for me. Every time he makes a shot, there must be 2 people in front of him, and his pass is a short board, even if the bag clip is okay. Jeff Van Gundy is really out of the way and chooses to take the risk. Once the bag clip tactic is enabled, there is a high risk of leakage. But Lin Mo did not show how good his passing skills were in the game, and Van Gundy Jr. decided to gamble. If Lin Mo's really passing organization ability is mediocre, then the bag clip tactic will obviously work wonders. So, in the Knicks' next attack, you can see it. Francis led the defense of Lin Mo, and Coutinho Mowbray on the side assisted in the defense. Behind the two of them, Kevin Cato and Jim Jackson formed a second line of defense, with Deo guarding the basket. The whole forms the shape of a pyramid. This defensive formation is to wrap Lin Mo and prevent him from breaking through the basket. At the same time, on the outside, as long as Lin Mo shoots, there will be 2 people immediately to pinch the attack, to a certain extent, to empty the other players of the Knicks. Sealing Lin Mo is the most important task of the Rocket at the moment. Lin Mo, I don't believe you can still shoot this ball. Francis tugged at Lin Mo's jersey while frantically spraying garbage at him. The few rounds of his confrontation with Lin Mo were extremely embarrassing, and Francis held back a breath of evil and anger. The Coutinho Mowbray on the side swayed back and forth. As long as Lin Mo dared to break through, he immediately slammed the door with 2 ghosts and attacked. Boo! Lin Mo dribbled the ball a few times, turned around and wiped it to a high position, jumping high and preparing to shoot. Francis and Coutinho Mowbray contracted rapidly, jumping almost simultaneously to cover the cap. In 1,000 shots, Lin Mo hit the ground and passed the ball, throwing the ball from under the legs of the 2 to the Shun Keith Van Horn, and the dunk was successful. Episode 36. Precision guidance like a missile delivers the shell into the hands of a teammate. The Rocket paid the price for the unscrupulous bag of Lin Mo. Although Lin Mo currently does not have the blessing of divine talent in passing, he does not have the perfect passing skills of John Stockton and Magic Johnson, but his big picture and vision are also very good. Moreover, the 5 people of the Rocket had already lost their hearts in order to pinch Lin Mo. The teammates have such a big empty space, this is not visible. It is really the same as a blind man. Van Gundy, who was sitting on the field, saw this scene and helplessly held his head with both hands, very painful. The thing that worries me the most has finally happened. The current situation is equivalent to Lin Mo taking out 2 bottles of poisonous wine and placing them in front of little Van Gundy. You have to choose a bottle to drink, left and right are dead, too hard. You're A. Why don't you dare to shoot, change the pass. Rubby, don't dare to shoot, don't play basketball. Although Lin Mo sent a wonderful biography, Francis still did not forget to spray garbage words to interfere with Lin Mo's emotions. Basketball is the sport, and having absolute strength is the most important. But there are also many factors that determine the outcome of the game, such as the physical state of the player, psychological emotions, and so on. Francis is not a master of garbage talk, and he can't compare with the Big Bird Larry Bird, Gary Payton, and Kevin Garnett, these garbage talk masters. But he likes to spray garbage talk, just not so high technical content, a bit like scolding the street. Horse stepper, don't bother me, your mouth stinks. You didn't eat garlic, I see you ate a pound, right? Lin Mo did not show weakness on his mouth and sprayed on the front. If you push again, Lao Tzu will directly blow you up. Lin Mo and Francis came to rap for a while. Above the stadium, countless cameras captured the scene and projected it onto the big screen. The Houston fans, seeing two people squirting mouth to mouth, felt very funny. We can see that the stars of the two teams have already matched each other and are looking forward to their mutual scores. From the current state, Lin Mo is obviously playing much better than Steve Francis. Well done, brothers. The sport of basketball is not a square dance for women. It needs passion, it needs collision, it needs gunpowder. This is a war of men. The commentator who watched the hilarity was not a big deal, and he was also interested. The ball is converted, Francis holds the ball, and Lin Mo naturally takes the initiative to defend. Although Francis's talent exploded, it was entirely talent that he was playing. But Lin Mo said nothing else. The talent alone is also an invincible existence, completely unafraid. Francis pushed Lin Mo with one hand and dribbled the ball to the right to break through with the other. However, Lin Mo's strength and weight were much more than Francis, like an iron wall in front of him, completely unable to shake. Higher than you, stronger than you, more powerful than you, faster than you. In the face of such a Forrest Inc., Francis really has a bit of a brain shell pain. Lin Mo bumped into Francis, causing the opponent's body to lose its balance, and the hand of the ghost of the shuncher was wrapped around Death and snatched. But Boss Fu's dribbling was still very stable, and in a panic, he took the ball into his hand again, but he could no longer dribble. In a hurry, Francis forced to throw his hand and hit the iron. Diao and Mutombo fought for dominance under the basket and snatched rebounds. But at this moment, Lin Mo took 3 steps and made 2 steps to rush to the basket, and his feet stepped on the ribs and took off. Above the two giants, he picked the board in the style of Sakuraji Hanadu and took the ball in his hand. Almost at the same time, Marbury was already running to the front court. Lin Mo threw a long 4-pointer style pass to put the ball straight under the basket, and Marbury received the ball and pulled the lever to hit the basket. In the face of the Rockets' unbridled pinch, Lin Mo used 2 wonderful passes to completely tear apart the opponent's defense. In this way, the Rockets' clip tactics are self-defeating. Van Gundy, Jr., on the sidelines, shouted at the players, signaling them to abandon the pyramid lineup and switch to 2 people on the outside. Kevin Cato received a pass from Katino Mowbray and prepared to hit Coat Thomas under the basket. Kevin Cato is 2.11 meters tall and has an absolute advantage in height. Such a deep position, almost a shot must enter. But before Kevin Cato could make a shot, he saw Lin Mo grab a robber and pull the ball out of the opponent's hand. Because Kevin Cato held the ball very tightly, Lin Mo snatched this time, almost knocking him to the ground with the ball. After grabbing the ball, Lin Mo lightning bolted to the basket. Katino Mowbray was almost desperate, rushing forward to defend himself, and he was not thrown away by Lin Mo the whole time. Approaching the basket, Lin Mo suddenly dribbled behind his back, shrugged off Katino Mowbray's defense, and smashed the flat frame. It's like Kobe playing kid's goal. In the face of Lin Mo, who turned on the rampage mode, the Rockets team had no choice but to let him wreak havoc at the Toyota Center Arena. After the first quarter, the Rockets, who have always been known for their defense, were blasted by the Knicks in a 36-25 super offense. Lin Mo shot 8 of 10 in a single quarter, 4 of 4 3-pointers, and scored 22 points alone. In addition, there are 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks, and extremely all-around stats. Almost at both ends of the offensive and defensive lines, it completely dominated the entire stadium. Toyota Center Arena, silent as death. It was a world away from the booing boos that started the tournament. Lin Mo single-handedly pushed the noisy and boiling Rockets home fans into the abyss and put them on death row. Episode 37. In this era when defense is king, Lin Mo is like a bomber flying into a group of tanks and tanks. The furious scoring ability clearly overwhelms all the players. In terms of the performance of the opening match, Lin Mo averaged 40+ points per game, even more than Michael Jordan, who averaged 35 points per game at his peak. Despite only playing a few games, the sample size is limited, but Lin Mo's style of play will undoubtedly set off a historical revolution in this era. Super fast speed, super offensive rhythm, a lot of 3-point shots, divine shooting rate. It seems a bit out of place with this era. Purely on the offensive threat, perhaps the peak Jordan is difficult to overpower Lin Mo. Of course, it's still far from entering the era of small ball, and Knicks coach Don Chaney doesn't know any small ball tactics. But at present, Lin Mo's one-man running is indeed a mudslide in the alliance. And the power of this mudslide is very fierce, and it can swallow up any opponent. In the history of the league, there has never been a player who has played like Lin Mo. Talent exploded, ran wildly, shot a lot of 3-pointers, and shot very accurately. The 3-point shooters in the league, such as Real Len and Reggie Miller, the 3-point level they showed was a bit dwarfed by the current Lin Mo. According to Lin Mo's 3-point efficiency and shooting count, it is even possible to break 400 3-pointers in a single season. This is definitely an unprecedented record of horror. Those top 3-point divine shots were not even as good as the slag compared to Lin Mo. The horror. Perhaps Lin Mo could not change the pattern of the entire alliance immediately, but according to this trend, if Lin Mo can win the championship, then the tactics and playing style of the entire league may change dramatically. Today this game is played the latest. Almost all the players, scouts, and management in the league are watching Lin Mo's performance. Obviously, the remaining 28 teams in the league are thinking of trading Lin Mo, although it is unlikely. But dreams are always to be done. In a business arena like the NBA, anything can happen. Even this season, after the Lakers played a few games, O'Neal, who played poorly, was rumored to be in conflict with Kobe Bryant and could leave the Lakers directly next season. Even a blockbuster historical superstar like O'Neal could leave the team. What is the impossibility of trading such a rookie as Lin Mo into his own team? As long as it can operate, as long as enough chips are given, anything is possible. 22 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks in the first quarter. Oh my god. What kind of god is the Shenzhou player? His immediate combat power is now no less than that of superstars like Tracy McGrady and Kevin Garnett. If he is recruited into the team, then this year's championship will most likely belong to us. The general manager of the Timberwolves, McHale, a Boston Celtics celebrity, salivated profusely. Although this year's Timberwolves are very strong, with a record of 5 wins and 1 loss in 6 games. But if you really want to fight hard power, last year's defending champion Spurs, and this year's Los Angeles Lakers, who formed a super F4 lineup, are slightly superior. To fight the bayonet with real knives and guns in the playoffs, the Timberwolves are still a bit vain. If you really get a super scorer like Lin Mo into the team, the combination with the Wolf King Garnett, the combat effectiveness is not weaker than the OK combination of that year. Not only the Timberwolves, but other teams, including Bulls general manager John Paxson, are also trying to make up for the possibility of trading Lin Mo back to the Bulls. Originally, they had a probability of signing Lin Mo with more than 95%, but a good hand was played sparsely. In order to pursue the so-called immediate combat strength, Lin Mo should be used as a chip. Now Lin Mo's immediate combat strength is not inferior to that of a superstar. Once again, the Bulls paid the price for their riots. Meanwhile, in a villa in Akron, Ohio, Stephen Curry, who was only 15 years old, sat in the living room with his brother Seth Curry and dad Dale Curry watching the Knicks play against the Rockets. Dale Curry was once an NBA player, and his 2 sons, naturally inherited his father's basketball genes, learned to play basketball from an early age. Although their physical talent is very mediocre, they all have top talent in projection, and they have good ball control and high ball quotient. This allowed them to face those gifted monsters without losing the wind at all. This Shenzhou player is so strong. If I had the physical talent of his, when I got to high school and college, I could run amok. Curry looked at Lin Mo flying on TV, full of envy. Listen to my Steven, not talented enough, projecting to make it up. You can't have a physical talent like Lin Mo in your life, but you can strengthen your shooting training. You are very talented in shooting, and you too will be top shooters in the future. Dale Curry himself was a divine shooter, and it just so happened that his 2 sons had perfectly inherited his genes. Curry smiled. Lin Mo is my benchmark, he is the target I chase. I'm sure when I get into the league a few years later, he may have gotten a couple of championship rings. Curry grew up watching Jordan play, and his admiration for Jordan, of course, goes without saying. And now, after Jordan retired, the only one who can enter Curry's eyes is Lin Mo, a rookie player. Episode 38. The fighting continues to spread in Houston. Oh my god. Lin Mo sent another steal and then assisted Keith Van Horn to make a layup. This guy is deliberately trying to do it. He's swiping data, he's showing his omnipotence. Yes, on the premise of leading the team to win, but also to highlight their own ability, show a wave of their own all-round. This is absolutely no problem. Faced with his own lack of omnipotence, Lin Mo punched the questioner in the face with data. Even Michael Jordan had such a question, and then used the miracle of 10 triple-doubles in 11 games to smash all the plots. 2 commentators explained passionately. This one-sided but extremely exciting game made them high to fly. At the same time, on the side of CV5, Zhang Li and Su Skirt are also red in the face, and the blood is boiling. Never before has a player in the United States been able to wreak havoc on the NBA arena and shine. As Shenzhou people, both of them have more confidence in their explanations and harder wastes. At halftime, facing the Houston Rockets with a suffocating defense, the Knicks blasted 67-49 and led to nearly 20 points. The Knicks are still a normal defense, and in this era, 49 points at halftime are not less. But the Knicks' firepower is really too fierce. Under Lin Mo's fast-hitting whirlwind, the Rocket can't stand it at all, and Lin Mo alone has exploded 26 points. In the second quarter, Lin Mo did not attack much, and all his energy was focused on defending rebounds, steals, and organizing offense. So Lin Mo also got 9 rebounds, 7 assists, and 6 steals in the half-court god-level data. The halftime blasted 25+5+5+5, which also created an NBA historical record. The doubts of the outside world, the hatred of the Mosaic team, and the fiery state made Lin Mo like a god under the mortal, unstoppable. Back in the locker room, little Van Gundy almost didn't blow up the arena. Their defense, which had always been regarded as the foundation, was torn to shreds by Lin Mo alone. With 67 points in the half, the Rockets don't know how long it has been since they were beaten so badly by their opponents. "Steve Cutino, you two let Lin Mo blow up, and he's just a rookie, you can't even prevent the rookie." Little Van Gundy pointed at his nose and scolded. Boss Fu is a hard stubble, dared to be directly tough with the coach. He also suppressed a fire in his stomach and directly sprayed at Little Van Gundy. "Don't rookie every day, you tell me it's called a rookie? You call this a rookie? When I defended Maddie and Allen Iverson, I wasn't so bad, this guy was he was better than Michael Jordan." Francis, who has always been arrogant, rarely confessed in front of his opponents. But Lin Mo really beat him and he had no temper. After Van Gundy Jr. calmed down, he began to rearrange his tactics and defend the joint defense. In particular, the focus is on Lin Mo, cutting off his contact with his teammates, and not giving him the opportunity to shoot easily, and all his energy is focused on the defensive end. In the third quarter, the Rockets began to fight back, and Yao forced Mutombo 2 in a row, and Jim Jackson also soared into a three-point shot. To some extent, it made up for the point difference, but it remained outside the 14 part. The classic scene in the third section lies in the fact that Lin Mo is misplaced against Dayao. Lin Mo dribbled the ball at the bottom line, and Dayao defended in the front 2 steps, like a giant poking in front of Lin Mo. "Brother, you can't shoot easily in front of me." Dayao covered Lin Mo with his arm, and the height of nearly 3 meters was indeed extremely deterrent. "Come on, brother, at your speed, the snails at my doorstep are a little faster than you." Lin Mo shot back. Subsequently, Lin Mo accelerated 1 step and directly threw away Dayao, burst into the basket, and hit a slam dunk on his back. Dayao's pace was indeed too slow. Lin Mo's first step was faster than Maddie's, and breaking through Dayao was almost like passing over a wooden stake. This heavy buckle also completely terminated the horn of the Rocket counterattack. By the end of the third quarter, the Knicks had reached 95-74, leading to 20+, and the victory and defeat had completely lost suspense. The entire fourth quarter was made by both sides on the bench, completely reduced to garbage time. In the end, the Knicks beat the Houston Rockets 117-99. Relying on Lin Mo's rule at both ends of the offensive and defensive ends, he tore through the barriers of the so-called defensive strong team with terrifying firepower. Specializing in all kinds of defensive teams, absolutely medicine to get rid of the disease. Lin Mo shot 18 of 27 from the field and slashed 43 points, in addition to 12 rebounds, 10 assists, 8 steals, and 5 blocks. 40+10+10+5+5 data, Quake Ancient and Modern. At the home of the Mosaic team, Lin Mo completely shattered the land with an unprecedented supergod performance. A cloud of despair hung over Houston fans. The momentum before the start of the war is in sharp contrast to the current wailing of the ground. For the Knicks, Marbury had 15 points and 9 assists, while Keith Van Horn and Cotter Thomas had 13 and 14 points, respectively. On the Rockets side, Dayao played very positively, in good shape, and got 24 points and 11 rebounds. Francis had only a pitiful 5 of 17 shooting, scoring 12 points and making 5 turnovers. The star of the same team as Lin Mo, the performance is simply worlds apart, and it has been completely broken. Episode 39. Director Zhang, what are your thoughts on this game? Sue Skirt squinted her eyes and asked, "I don't know if it's because of the Shenzhou Derby, or to break the outside world's doubts. Today Lin Mo is too fierce, almost got 4 doubles, or 40+4 doubles. How much vendetta does this have to be? However, it really makes sense to play like this, but it's a little too tired." The hardcore Lin blew reasonably and smiled dumbly. Even if the outside world has doubts about Lin Mo, even if the Rockets fans are booing the sky, but the 40+10+10+8+5 furious data at Houston's home stadium and nailed Houston to the column of shame are indeed fierce enough. Today's game, I will introduce you here. We will interview Lin Mo later. I hope you will stay on CV5 on time and watch our program. At this time, Little Van Gundy was interviewed by reporters on the sidelines, and his face was gloomy. "How can you be happy to swallow a fiasco at home? Lin Mo got the god-level data in the game today. What experience and lessons do you have in defending him?" "Experience? What experience?" "Take a good look at his data bar, and we were blown up by him. If there is a lesson, it may be that we do not pay enough attention to Lin Mo, who has the ability to be no less than the peak Michael Jordan. You know, I know how great Jordan is, but there's nothing exaggerated about what I'm saying. The god of basketball, Michael Jordan, has countless brilliant records. He is the supergiant of the supergiant, the king of the kings, and how to blow it is not excessive. But there are very few people who can compare with Jordan." Jeff Van Gundy put Lin Mo in the same position as Jordan, apparently completely convinced. "It's a pity that you didn't recruit Lin Mo to the Rockets, otherwise the Rockets would be the favorite team for the championship right now." Little Van Gundy shook his head and slipped away. After this game, Lin Mo's ranking of the best rookie this season is more stable like an old dog. Although the son of the chosen James began to recover, 2 consecutive games blasted 25+ points, very strong. Anthony and Wade are also getting better and better, and only Milicic, who is a top player, is not reused in the Pistons. Inside the rookie, several of the Banana Boat brothers are extremely hot, but in front of Lin Mo's super god performance, it could only be eclipsed, and it could not shake his position at all. At the same time, from October 28th to November 2nd, this week's Eastern Conference Player of the Week undoubtedly belongs to Lin Mo. Byron Davis of the New Orleans Hornets averaged 24 points, 8 assists, and 3 steals last week to lead the team to 3 straight wins. Lin Mo scored against the sky with an average of more than 44 points per game, leading the Knicks to win 4 consecutive victories. Whether it is from the record or personal data, Byron Davis is completely surrounded, and the latter can only be suppressed. In the West, Kevin Garnett, who also won 4 consecutive victories, averaged 22.6 points, 14.3 rebounds, and 4.6 assists per game, and was very versatile stats, and was named the best player of the week in the West. And at present, the Timberwolves are also proud to be the first in the West, and even the Lakers with Super F4 combinations have been suppressed. After Lin Mo won the best of the week, the NBA league official put the relevant news at the top and hung Lin Mo's avatar on the official homepage of the league, which was hyped. After all, the NBA is the most commercialized league, and everything is based on interests. Although Lin Mo is only a rookie, he cannot compare with superstars such as O'Neal, Garnett, and Iverson. But Lin Mo is now in an extremely hot state, still in the world's largest ball market like New York. There is still a market in Shenzhou that remains to be developed, and the commercial value is immeasurable. In this case, the alliance official will also take the initiative to publicize Lin Mo. There is no doubt that Lin Mo has become the hottest player in the league at the moment, and the limelight is no different. Shocked. Shenzhou player swept the NBA, who can stop it? Magnificent. I am a big god state. Lin Mo, the new king of the NBA, heroes of the divine state. Lin Mo conquered the NBA, is he the next Michael Jordan? Some portals in Shenzhou directly blew Lin Mo into the sky. After all, Lin Mo led last season's Fish Belly Knicks with an unmatched performance, directly won 5 consecutive wins, and won the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, shocking the world. According to the virtues of the domestic media, it is necessary to make a big fuss. However, Lin Mo is indeed worthy of praise. Although the wording is a bit exaggerated, it is basically in line with the facts. In the United States, major media have also reported on Lin Mo's god-level performance. The New York Times, hero of New York, the king ascends the throne. Yahoo Sports, the era of Lin Mo is coming. The era of the Knicks is coming. Moreover, Lin Mo also appeared on the cover of Sports Illustrated and the cover of Time magazine. The influence in the whole United States and the world is further expanding. What is even more terrifying is that the news broadcast of Shenzhou actually took a full 2 minutes to report on Lin Mo. This is absolutely unprecedented. At the same time, Kobe, who has always targeted Jordan, is more scrappy after seeing Lin Mo's magical play one after another. After the Lakers formed a Super F4 this season, due to O'Neal's growing age, coupled with Cameron, Gary Payton's split of the ball, and the rapid rise of Kobe, O'Neal's form slipped quickly, and Kobe Bryant seemed to have become the team's #1 scorer. His belief in becoming the boss is also getting stronger, and he even thinks about becoming the first person in the league and winning the championship on his own. Therefore, the mountain of Lin Mo in front of him has also become the driving force that motivates Kobe Bryant to work hard. Kobe silently turned off his mobile phone, went straight to the training gym, and continued to start endless training. Episode 40, Bill Duffy's Office. As Lin Mo continues to perform hotly, countless spokespeople now focus their attention on Lin Mo, the king of the global metropolis of New York, the supernova of potential explosion, and the vast Chinese market behind it. Advertisers who want to cooperate with Lin Mo are eager to drive the money directly to Lin Mo's house in a truck. As an agent, Bill Duffy obviously has to check for Lin Mo. Those partners with bad reputations or low contract value will be directly pushed away, leaving only those top global brands. For example, Armani, Ferrari, and some food, beverage, and other advertisements. The heaviest, of course, is the sneaker contract. For NBA players, sneaker contracts are generally the contracts that make the most money. If in the previous games, these shoe dealers thought that Lin Mo was just a flash in the pan and hesitated, then now Lin Mo has won 5 consecutive victories and won the best of the week, and his ability is beyond doubt. If anyone drags on any longer, don't say that they can't eat meat, they can't even drink soup, so naturally they will start first, and one by one they rush to open a sky-high contract. 2 of the sneaker giants have the largest contracts. Originally, Adidas was the absolute king and had to overpower Nike. However, in recent years, with the improvement of Nike's design concept, coupled with the signing of big stars such as Michael Jordan for publicity, as well as the exploration of overseas markets and other factors. As a result, its sales and influence, as well as product quality and reputation have been greatly improved, surpassing Adidas in one fell swoop and becoming the new king. This year, Nike signed the future league superstar LeBron James with a 7-year super shoe contract of nearly $9,000 US knives. He also used 5 years of $4,500 US knife to sign Kobe Bryant, a potential superstar who is rising rapidly. That is to say, Nike's camp already has 2 NBA stars with huge contracts. However, Nike can't spend more money, and Lin Mo's strong performance still makes them hand over a 7-year, $6,500 US knife contract. Although it is much worse than the Little Emperor, a rookie, or a draft, can get such a huge contract in the case of 5 games in his career, which is already a miracle. Adidas side, Jim Gattu, director of global sports basketball marketing programs, watched Nike continue to sign various big stars. Influence is getting bigger and bigger, earning more and more, constantly encroaching on Adidas's market share, and also began to reflect. He chased Lin Mo at all costs and directly smashed a super huge sneaker contract of 8 years and $100 million US. Compared with Nike, Adidas is sincere. In addition, shoe dealers such as Converse, Reebok, and Puma also offered a contract ranging from $700 US knives to $900 US knives per year. In addition to the Adidas riding the dust, the rest of the sneaker manufacturers give the contract. Not much difference. At the same time, Adidas also promised to follow Nike's example of launching a personal sneaker brand AJ to Michael Jordan. They will also give Lin Mo his own personal sneaker brand. This is undoubtedly a very great temptation. You know, it is AJ, the personal sneaker brand, that makes Jordan make a lot of money. Even after retiring, it can earn hundreds of millions of dollars a year, more than all players in the NBA. There are even rumors that Jordan wants to buy an NBA team and become the boss. This shows how lucrative AJ has brought Jordan. If Adidas promises to launch a personal sneaker brand for Lin Mo, it is difficult not to be impressed. Although Adidas is currently less competitive in the market than Nike, but Lin Mo is sure that as long as he signs Adidas, the situation will be completely different. The reason why Nike did not choose is mainly because Nike already has James and Kobe, the 2 top 3 superstars in the future league. In the future, they will be Nike's top priority. Even if Lin Mo signed Nike and became their trump card, Nike could not put all his energy into Lin Mo. But Adidas is different. In the case that their 5 Tiger Generals plan has not yet been implemented, Lin Mo will be Adi's absolute trump card. Adidas would throw all his resources at Lin Mo. In this situation, Bill Dufay found Lin Mo and wanted him to pick some contracts to sign. After all, there are too many contracts in the backlog, and many of them are contracts that are competitors to each other, and Lin Mo must choose one of them. Not only the sneaker contract, but also the endorsement of Ferrari and Lamborghini, the endorsement of Armani and Givenchy, and so on. Looking at the variety of contracts, Lin Mo was really a little picky. In this era, Lin Mo has too many investment opportunities. Many of the top businesses have not yet been born or are in their infancy. Although it is only the first year of his career, Lin Mo is already considering the business empire after his retirement. In this regard, Lin Mo's mind is no worse than James's. Now these contracts can provide Lin Mo with the original capital accumulation for investment, which is naturally very important. After weighing it, Lin Mo finally made a decision. Signed with Ferrari for 2 years, $1,700 US knife. Signed with Armani for 4 years, $2,600 US knife. There is also Adidas, from $100 million US in 8 years. Directly upgraded to $100 million US in 7 years. And Jim Gattu signed a letter of commitment to launch Lin Mo's personal sneaker brand as soon as possible. However, the specific plan is still to be discussed, and only one idea has been put forward at present. According to the terms of the contract, Lin Mo can receive the first year's contract income from these contracts in advance. That is to say, after the signing contract takes effect, Lin Mo can directly get nearly $3,000 of US knife funds from this pile of contracts.